have been using Claude Code completely free for the past week. No subscription, no API costs, $0 spent, and I have unlimited access to every single Claude Code feature. That includes skills, MCP servers, sub-agents, /commands, all of it. Now, if you look at my terminal right now, you'll see that I am not running Sonnet or even Opus. I'm just using Qwen3 Coder, a completely free open source model running locally on my computer. Now, this is consumer grade hardware, nothing fancy, and I can use this unlimited times completely offline with no rate limits ever. Now, most people, they're paying $200 a month for Claude Code. They have no idea that you can even do this. Now, before we get into it, I do want to preface that these local models that we're going to be using, they're not going to compete with Opus or Sonnet 4.5. They're just not. And if you're building complex production applications or working on any mission critical code, you want the premium models. But for learning, side projects, or even quick edits, just experimenting without burning through credits, these models, they're going to be genuinely useful and impactful. And the fact that you can run Claude Code's entire agent system completely free and offline, it's kind of insane. So I'm going to show you exactly how to set this up, which model to use based on your hardware, and what these models are actually good for versus where they actually are falling short. So by the end of this video, you'll have Claude Code running completely free on your machine. Now let me just be clear about when this actually makes sense and when it doesn't. So if you're already paying for Claude Code and you're happy with Opus or Sonnet running for you, you probably don't need this unless you just want to run things completely privately or a range of other things. Now those models, they're better, they're faster at reasoning, they understand context a lot better, and they make fewer mistakes. That is just reality. But there are some really good reasons to run local models. First, it's completely free. So once you actually download the models that you want to use, you can use it unlimited times. There's going to be no subscriptions, no API costs adding up. And if you're building something just as a side project, or you're just learning to code, not having to worry about burning through credits is huge for you. Second, it's going to be completely offline and private. So your code never leaves your machine. If you're working on something proprietary, or you just don't want your code being sent to external servers, then local models, they solve that for you. And third, it's unlimited, so you cannot hit rate limits. You can run this thing 24/7 if you want, and nobody's going to throttle you or charge you even more. But again, the trade-off is quality and speed. So these models, they will be slower than the cloud versions, they will make more mistakes, and you will need to give clearer instructions. But for a lot of use cases, that is totally fine. I've been using local models for refactoring code, even writing documentation, building small utilities, and learning new frameworks. So this works great. I just know when to switch back to the premium models for any of the harder stuff. All right, now let's talk about which models that you should actually use, because this is going to be depending entirely on your hardware. So what computer that you are using for this setup. Now the three main options that Claude Code officially recommends, they are going to be Qwen3 Coder. There's a lot of models, so I'm just going to search it within here. So if you search up Coder, you can see Qwen3 Coder. You can click on this, download it. There's also going to be GLM 4.7. We should be able to find that up at the top as well. And of course, last but not least, GPT OSS. So there's a few different options so you can navigate. You can find the GPT OSS, just the default one right here. Now, here's how to think about which one to actually pick. So if you have got a basic setup, maybe you have 16 gigabytes of RAM, and you have integrated graphics, nothing fancy, then I would recommend going with GPT OSS, the 20 billion parameter model. Now this is going to be the smallest of the bunch. It only needs about 14 gigabytes of VRAM. And because of how the model architecture actually works, you can actually run it on less. And this is going to be your entry level option. So it's not going to blow your mind, but it works. Now, if you got something a bit beefier, maybe a decent gaming laptop or a desktop with a dedicated GPU, I recommend going with Qwen3 Coder. So this is what I recommend to use overall. This is going to be a 30 billion parameter model. It needs about 19 gigabytes of VRAM. Now, in my testing, this has been the best balance of quality and also performance. And on top of that, the code it generates is pretty solid. So it handles context very well, and it doesn't hallucinate as much as those smaller models. And this is what I've, again, been using for most of my projects. Now, GLM 4.7 Flash, this is about 30 billion parameters, also about 19 gigabytes. So it is newer and some people like it. Personally, I got better results from Qwen3 from doing my testing and using it with everything else, but your mileage, it may vary for you. Now, it is definitely worth testing both. Now, if you've got a really powerful GPU, like an RTX 4090 or something like that, so I really would only recommend this. Now, if you do have a really powerful GPU, then this, of course, will give you better output quality. Now, if you are feeling ambitious and you've got serious hardware, then there's going to be GPT OSS 120 billion parameter model. This thing is completely massive. I mean, you'll probably need something or some sort of offloading to RAM, so some responses, they will likely be slower, but the quality, it is going to be noticeably better for you. And most people, they will not need this, but it is there if you do want it and need it. Also, one more thing to consider, context window size. So Qwen 3, it supports up to 256,000 tokens. Claude Code's limit is 200,000 tokens. So Qwen 3, it should never hit its ceiling. Well, it will never hit its ceiling. GLM 4.7 Flash, this supports about 200,000 tokens, but 198,000 to be exact, which is basically the same as Claude Code's limit. So GPT OSS, this only supports about 128,000 tokens, which means that you will just start seeing quality degrade around 50% of Claude Code's max content. And that's why Qwen 3 is going to be my favorite. It handles long conversations in larger code bases much, much better. Now, if none of this is making sense, just to sum it up, if you have a decent computer, just grab Qwen 3. And if you do not have anything too special, go with GPT OSS. Now, setting this up, it is actually pretty straightforward. You need just two things. It is going to, of course, be Ollama, and it's going to be Claude Code. So Ollama, this is the tool that actually lets you run these models locally on your machine. So Claude Code, this is obviously the coding agent. So let me walk you through it step by step. So whatever device you are using, just go ahead and download, and then you're going to open up your terminal once you finish installing that. And now we just want to install Ollama. Now open up your terminal, and the first thing we're going to do is just type out Ollama. And just to preface, this is not going to require you to do really any programming, any coding whatsoever. I mean, it's really just typing a few things in. It's going to install everything for you relatively quickly. First up, we'll just type out Ollama, and we just want to make sure that this is actually going to be installed properly. So once you type this out, you'll see a list of available commands. So this just means that everything is installed correctly. We can check on the version and see what we actually installed. Now from here, you could type out Ollama list, and this is just going to list out all of the models that are currently on your machine. So anything that you have installed. Of course, we haven't done anything or installed any models thus far. That's going to be the next step. So you should not see anything thus far. But like I mentioned, in this step, we're just going to be pulling our models. So I want to be using Qwen 3 Coder, and that's what I want to show off for this video. So I'm going to just copy Qwen 3 Coder, just the model name. And all we have to do from here is just type Ollama poll, and then it's just going to be the name of the model. So let's type that out, Ollama poll, and we will copy and paste that in. It's going to pull the manifest, and it's going to slowly but surely install everything for me. Now this piece, of course, it is just going to solely depend on your internet speed. Now, while this is running in the background, what we're going to be doing is installing Claude Code if you do not have it installed already. So on the main page of Ollama, we're just going to navigate to Claude Code. We're going to scroll down a little bit. We're going to make sure we're selecting our proper system, and we're just going to copy this. And I'm going to be using everything inside of Cursor. So I'm going to open up a brand new window, and I am going to open up a new project and just create something new. So we will call this Claude Code Free, and we're going to open this up. Now inside of Cursor, we just want to open our terminal. So how to actually navigate to that, if you're not used to using any IDEs, we're going to go to the terminal, brand new terminal, and we're going to paste down here exactly what we had just copied. So let's throw that in, and it's going to start installing this for us. Okay, a couple minutes later, Claude Code is successfully installed, but what we want to do next is we want to check on our model, see if this has finished installing. We can see it looks like 100% complete. Now from here, what we can do is go ahead and type out in our terminal. Now from here, what we can do is we want to actually start launching Claude Code. So we're going to grab the quick setup, Ollama launch Claude. We're going to go back into Cursor, and we're just going to type this out. So Ollama launch Claude, and it's going to showcase, select which model for Claude Code, in which case we can just press enter. If you have installed several different models, then you'll be able to select which one that you would like to utilize. So I'm going to select the dark mode, press enter a few more times. We're going to use the recommended settings. And by the way, you can always go back to this if you would like to change things. So it's going to ask if I trust this folder. I am going to say yes. And from here, we can start utilizing Claude Code. So something we can do from here is just obviously test if this is actually working. So I'm just going to say, is this working right now? We'll see if we get a response. Of course, it's going to be a little bit slower than what you're going to be used to, of course, depending on the model that you have actually selected. But that is the sacrifice you have to make if you want to host everything locally, securely, privately, not have to pay for any API costs or anything like that. Okay, cool. So that took maybe about 7 seconds for it to reply. Yes, this is working properly. I can see that I have access to various tools, including the skill tool, which can be used to customize keyboard shortcuts by modifying anything. If you're asking about a specific functionality, so on and so forth. And just like that, you have done it, you're all set. You now have access to Claude Code's entire agent system running on a local model. And you can use /commands or create sub-agents. You can hook up MCP servers and switch between, editing and planning models, all of it. Everything is going to work the same as if you were using Sonnet or Opus, just with a different model all under the hood. Now, if you do want to download any additional models later and you want to switch between them, then you can just run what we ran earlier to actually launch Claude Code. So that's just going to be the Ollama launch Claude. So the config flag, it just resets the setup process so you can pick a different model, and that is going to be your default, Now the config, it just flag resets the setup process so you can pick a completely different model. Now without that flag, it'll just default to whatever model that you selected last time. So keep that in mind, it will default. Now just some quick instances of where this is actually going to work great for you, just based on how I have been using it. So that's mostly going to be some quick edits to existing code. So if I need to refactor a function or rename variables or just clean up formatting and add comments to something, these local models, they handle that perfectly fine. Even writing documentations. Now, like I mentioned, this is going to be very powerful for you and definitely a huge lever to actually pull if you want privacy. And of course, as I mentioned already 10 times, you don't want to burn tokens. This is going to be amazing for you, but it's just not going to be as powerful as Opus 4.5 or Sonnet 4.5. But with that being said, there's constantly better and better local models being released. So just the other day, Kimi 2.5 was released, and I'm sure in the very near future, especially this year, there is going to be a lot of new local models coming, and I expect computers are probably going to be increasing in price. So maybe you should purchase some better computers now before they get extremely expensive, but that is just my guess, not my financial advice or anything like that. But ultimately, the key for you is just knowing when to use which tools properly, because you can be very efficient and save a lot of time if you are going to be using local models like this. Not to mention, they're going to be safe and secure. So it's just being in knowing when to use Claude Code with Opus or using any of these local models for any of the work that you are doing. So for routine stuff, I often just use local models. And when I hit something complicated, I just switch to Opus. And that way I'm getting the best of both worlds. So free, unlimited usage for most tasks in premium quality when I actually need it and just when I actually have to. Now, if you do run into any issues, for example, getting a 404 error saying that it cannot find the model, make sure you actually downloaded the model with Ollama poll. And then you could also run Ollama list to confirm that it is actually there. Sometimes the model name in Claude Code does not match exactly what Ollama expects. So try using the exact name from the Ollama list. Second, if Ollama says that it cannot download a model because you do not have the correct version, you need to update Ollama. So just go back to the website, go back to ollama.com, download the latest version, reinstall it, then try polling the model again. And third, if responses are really slow or your computer's freezing, you probably picked a model that is just too big for your hardware. So just drop down to a smaller model like GPT OSS 20 billion. It's going to be the safest bet if you're having performance issues. And by the way, if you're running into any weird errors or issues, just go to Claude Code documentation on the Ollama website. Just copy that entire page and paste it into ChatGPT or Claude with a description of your problem. Now, because there are newer and newer integrations coming out, the AI models that are connected to the internet or have more recent training data can usually figure out what is wrong. Now, I did this multiple times while just prepping this video, and it solved every issue that I had. So with that being said, so just to reiterate everything, again, running local models in Claude Code is going to be completely fine. It works offline, and it gives you unlimited usage. But again, the trade-off is these models are not as smart or as fast as Opus or Sonnet. But for the learning side, projects and routine coding tasks, they're genuinely incredibly useful. In Quant 3 Coder, it is going to be my recommendation if your hardware can actually handle it. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you are interested in using AI in your business, or if you're looking to start an AI business, then check out both of those different links down in the description. And with that being said, hope you guys found some value within this. Make sure to subscribe for weekly AI strategies and other tips and tutorials just like this. But thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.